Good morning to all. Yesterday we have seen the few points regarding this stereoisomerism, the definition of isomerism, then different types of or classification of isomerism. There are the main two types of isomerism, structural isomerism and stereoisomerism. Further, this structural isomerism, definition for the structural isomerism, that the compounds which are have same molecular formula but different structural formulas, and which can be further categorized as chain isomerism, position isomerism, functional isomerism, metamerism, and tautomerism. Whereas in stereoisomerism, the definition for stereoisomerism or stereoisomers means which have a same molecular as well as structural formula but possess different spatial arrangement of atoms in space. Here is the position of bromide atom is different one. Then it can be also known as space isomerism, and which can be classified, or there are the two types of stereoisomerism: geometrical, or it is also called cis trans isomerism, and optical isomerism. We have also seen the different examples. With this we uh, try to know about what is exact chain isomerism and all the remaining parts or categories of structural isomerism, and we have started about the geometrical isomerism. So geometrical isomerism or cis trans isomerism. So what is the cis isomer and what is the trans isomers? We have also seen that cis isomers means what? They are, yes, what do you mean by cis isomers? Yes,
Same side.
yes, cis isomers,
On same side.
yes, is one in which two similar groups are on the same side of double bond. Whereas trans isomer means,
Opposite.
yes, two similar groups are on the opposite side of the double bond. And yes, here is the one example like 2-butene, and there are the two isomers cis as well as trans 2-butene. Then we have also seen there are the restriction to the rotation to the double bond because of it have a sigma and pi bond. If you allow, want to rotate this, then there is a breaking of pi bond. And we have also seen there is a conversion of cis isomer into trans isomer or vice versa is possible. So how it is possible? If you heat at high temperature, or if suppose it absorbs the light, means it takes the energy, then it will be breaking of pi bond, and there are the only single bond get formed in between carbon carbon, and due to that single bond there is a rotation is possible, and due to that if it gets rotated, then there is a change in position. Here is okay, here is clearly shown that there is a change in position of this methyl as well as the hydrogen atom, and after cooling it gets reformed and it form a respective isomer. Like if it is this for particular for this, it form a converts into cis, and this will convert into trans isomer. So remember, the conversion of cis isomer into trans isomer or vice versa is possible. Then moving to one more important point regarding this geometrical isomers is the trans isomers are more stable than the corresponding cis isomers. So why this is so? This is because in the cis isomer, the bulky groups are on the same side of the double bond, and the steric repulsion of the groups makes the cis isomer less stable than the trans isomer, in which the bulky groups are far apart. That is, they are on the opposite side of the double bond. And due to this, the trans isomers are more stable than the corresponding cis isomers. Okay, remember that. So what do you mean by the geometric isomers have different physical and chemical properties? Okay, this is also you have to remember, and they can be separated by conventional techniques like fractional distillation, gas chromatography, etc. So in detail, we discuss about the how to identify or how to separate this cis and trans isomers. Okay, there are the different methods which we use for determination or you may say for separation of this cis and trans isomers. Okay, we discuss later on. So all alkenes do not show geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism is possible only when each double bonded carbon atom is attached to two different atoms or groups. So you have to remember the geometrical isomerism is possible when they are having a two different atoms or groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom. So to know this, here is one example like propene. Okay, in propene there is no geometrical isomers are possible because one of the double bonded carbons have two identical groups, that is hydrogen atoms attached to it. Here is the structure. So from that you will it is clear that this hydrogen, okay, which are attached to this carbon atom. Okay, so the identical these hydrogens which are identical and which are attached to the same carbon, and that's why the geometrical isomerism is not possible for this propene. You can't consider it as a cis or trans. Clear? Getting?
Yes, sir.
Whereas consider the second case of 3-hexene. The geometrical isomers are possible for 3-hexene. This is because the each double bonded carbon atom attached to different groups, and therefore cis and trans isomers are possible. So here it is shown. So here is the example like cis 3-hexene. In this hydrogens, or even if you consider this CH2 CH3, so both these identical groups are present on same side of this carbon carbon double bond, and in case of trans which are present to opposite side. Okay, so it is possible to this 3-hexene, it is we can denote it as a cis and trans isomers. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, up till now we have seen the geometrical isomerism in ethene. Now here we discuss about the in cyclic compounds. Like the geometrical isomerism is also possible in cyclic compounds. There can be rotation about this carbon-carbon single bond is not possible. So due to there are no rotation about the carbon-carbon single bonds, forming ring, because if there are rotation it would break the bonds and therefore it break the ring, and therefore to this cis cyclic compounds there is a geometrical isomerisms are also possible. Let me understand by taking the example of 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropane, and it will exist in two isomeric form. So here, obvious this CH3 group, this methyl group, which are present on same side. Therefore, we denote it as a cis. Whereas in case of this, there is a this methyl group which are present to opposite side. So it we denote it as a trans. Okay. So here is the carbon. Here is the carbon. Okay. So to this carbon-carbon bond, there is a which are present to same side, so denote it as a cis, and opposite side denote it as a trans. Okay, so here also there is no rotation about the carbon carbon single bond is possible, because if there are rotation then it will breaks the bond. Suppose this breaks the bond, and as it breaks the bond means it will also breaks the ring. That's why there is a geometrical isomerism in cyclic compound is possible. Now take the in case of this cis 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropane, the two methyl groups are on same side, and just now we have discussed and what is the trans, why it is trans, because in this they are, the methyl groups are on opposite side. Now a requirement for geometrical isomerism in cyclic compound is that there must be at least two other groups beside hydrogen on the ring, and these must be on different ring carbon atoms. So if it is, then and then there is, you can be give the geometrical isomerism is possible. For example, here is the 1,1-dimethyl cyclopropane, and as the methyl groups which are attached to the same carbon atom. Okay, so the two different, there is requirement that there must be a two different groups must be attached to the carbon, but here this identical atoms or groups are attached. Here is the methyl which are attached to the carbon. Okay, same carbon, so there is no geometrical isomers are possible. Okay, I just go back here. What is the case here? To this carbon atom there is a methyl and hydrogen is attached, so two different groups are attached. Here also the methyl and hydrogen, which are two different groups, are attached to this carbon atom, and therefore the geometrical isomerism is possible for this 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropane. But in this case there is no different atoms or groups. So what is the requirement for this cyclic compound? A requirement for geometrical isomerism in cyclic compound is that there must be at least two other groups beside hydrogen on ring, and these must be on different ring carbon atoms. Then and then the geometrical isomerism is possible. So is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here is a okay, second. So here the geometrical isomerism is possible or not for this compound?
Yes.
Yes, it is possible. Okay. So here for this compound no geometrical isomers are possible, but for this the geometrical isomers are possible for this compound. Now moving to the next point, for the geometrical isomerism of carbon nitrogen double bond and nitrogen nitrogen double bond, and in this case we use syn and anti nomenclature system instead of cis and trans. What we use syn and anti nomenclature system. So what is this? So here we discuss, so geometrical isomerism is not restricted to molecules having carbon carbon double bond. Rather, you may say it can be also exist in other molecules which possess carbon nitrogen and nitrogen nitrogen double bonds. Both the carbon and nitrogen atoms in oximes and azo compounds means, azo compound means having nitrogen nitrogen double bond. In both the case there are sp2 hybridized or sp2 hybridization as which are present in ethane, and that's why the geometrical isomerism is possible. And also as there are the presence of double bond, so there is also restriction to the rotation. The carbon nitrogen double bond or nitrogen nitrogen double bond consists of one sigma and one pi bond, and the third sp2 orbital of nitrogen is occupied by a lone pair of electrons. Thus the oxime and azo compound exhibit geometrical isomerism as there is no free rotation around the first case is carbon nitrogen double bond or nitrogen nitrogen double bond. So here we just consider the example. So in nomenclature the prefix like syn syn and anti anti which are used instead of cis and trans. Like in case of syn aldoxime, the hydroxyl group on nitrogen and hydrogen on the carbons are on the same side, and in anti-isomer they are on opposite sides. Okay, so these hydrogen and oxygen which are on same side of double bond, so this, okay, this broad bond which indicate which are present on same side. Okay, on paper we can represent the structure three-dimensionally by using the different bond style. Like if it is, this is the one style or another is a just dotted bond. Okay, so these are having its own meaning. Meaning of this solid bond or broad bond or this solid bond, what is the meaning of this? Okay, suppose I just draw the structure like here. Okay, this carbon and there are the four bonds which are attached. Okay, different atoms are attached, but this, if you visualize, then one is to the back side, one is to the front side, and one two are the on same side, so which we represent. Like if they are on same side in one plane, then this is the solid bond which can be used. And if they are on front side, then you may say these are can be by denoted by this broad bond. And there, if it is they are present on back side, then we shown it by a this dotted type bond. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yes, due to that, even though there is no the case of priority, here is not the any correlation of the priority. Okay, because if they are present on same side, okay, because they are even though they are the different atoms are attached, but you can be say it is a scene. Okay, and it are which are present on opposite side. Okay, so you may say that it is anti. So you may say syn which we use for same side and anti which we use for on opposite side. Now we here we discuss second example in syn ketoxime. The hydroxyl groups on nitrogen and first named alkyl group on the carbon are on the same side, whereas in case of anti-isomer they are on opposite side. Okay, here is the this methyl, sorry, ethyl and OH which are on same side. So which were same side, so therefore we use the prefix SYN, and for opposite side we use the prefix ANTI. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So you have to
Yes,
just
sir.
remember that for oxime and for azo compounds, you have to use the prefix syn, SYN, and anti, ANTI, instead of cis and trans. Okay. Now in diazo compounds, the two groups attached to each nitrogen atom are on the same side, and in anti-isomer they are on opposite side. Okay, just it's very simple that in case of this azo compound, two groups like here the diphenyl diazonium, there are these phenyl groups which are present on same side. Okay, and in case of anti they are present on opposite side. We use the prefix anti to denote which are present on opposite side. Clear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So when we
Yes,
use
sir.
cis and trans isomers, or when we use cis and trans prefixes, in case of ethene and in cyclic compounds, and for the oxime and for a diazo compound we use the prefix syn and anti. Okay, there is one more nomenclature system which is also present, and which is E and Z nomenclature system. After that we discuss this one, but up till now all of you getting
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So here we discuss the third nomenclature system for geometrical isomerism, and which is E and Z system. So when this E and Z system is used, the geometrical isomerism is possible in structure of the following three types. Okay, here is the three types, and with this we discuss this where we give this E and Z nomenclature system. So in type 1 and type 2 and type 3 we have written as cis trans, but especially in case of this type 1 and type 2, in the first two types there is one group is common both to doubly bonded carbon atoms, and the geometrical isomers are labeled as cis and trans depending upon whether the common groups are on same or on opposite side of double bond. Okay, so just here is a. Okay, you have to consider A, or you have to you may consider B. So here is the, in case of this A, which are present on same side of double bond, that's why we give the prefix cis. Whereas the this A which are present opposite side of this double bond, so we give the prefix trans. Same the case here. Here is the this A which are present on same side, okay, and here is which are present on opposite side. But what is in this third type, is there any similar groups are attached in type 3? Is any identical groups are attached to this?
No, sir.
No. So we can't
No.
give this prefix cis and trans. Okay, so neither the cis trans nor the syn and anti system of configurational nomenclature is applicable to this structure, okay, or this type 3, where all the four substituents are different one. Clear? So in this case we use E and Z system of nomenclature. So when there are no identical groups attached to doubly bonded carbon atoms, the configuration of this geometrical isomer can be specified by using the notations Z and E. Okay, so you have to remember, when we use Z and E notations, when there are no identical groups attached to doubly bonded carbon atom. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And yes, this E and Z system of nomenclature, which is based on the sequence rules of this can, in gold, and prelog for naming the optical isomers. Okay, we discussed while we studying this optical isomers, there is one RS system, nomenclature system, and the we use the sequence rule for that. Same is applicable for that. So you have to give priority to, in order to specify the E or Z configuration to an geometrical isomer, the following rules are used. Like for any double bond compound to be assigned configuration, the two groups of each of the double bonded carbons are arranged according to the sequence of priorities, which is determined by its atomic number. So for giving the priorities, you have to consider is atomic number, and then you have to give priority. After that, the isomer in which the two groups are of higher priority, one each from the two doubly bonded carbon, are on the same side of the double bond, which we assign Z configuration. So Z stands for the German word Zusammen, meaning together. And if on the other hand the two groups of higher priority are on opposite sides of double bond, the isomer is given the E configuration, and E stands for the German word Intigen, meaning against. Okay, so what this we discuss with the example in next slide. So if So how to give priority for this carbon? Okay, you have to give priority to, you have to consider this bromide atom and chloride atom and give the priority. And for this carbon, you have to give priority to fluoride and iodide atom. So here in this example, the bromine atom which are having priority as compared to chloride, and iodine having priority over the fluoride. So you have to give one number to this, then two number. Okay, so getting, so the 1 and 2, so which are come to opposite side, so we give it as a consider at a, as a E, and in that which are present on same side. Okay, the priority which are given which are present on same side, so which is considered, you have to as a denote it as a Z isomer. Clear? So I again repeat the rule. For any double bond compound to assign configuration, the two groups of each of the double bonded carbon are arranged according to the sequence of priorities, and which can be determined by atomic number. And once you decide this, then that isomer in which two groups of higher priorities, means one each from two doubly bonded carbon, which are suppose on same side of double bond, then you have to assign Z configuration, and which if it is having to the opposite side, then you have to assign the E configuration. Clear? So now let's see the another example, and you have to tell me the priority for this compound. Okay, so in this compound, can you tell me? Okay, you have to consider this carbon as a 1, and this is the second carbon. So can you tell me the priority for first carbon? Which one is having priority?
Chlorine.
Yes. Okay, so you have to give it as 1, and hydrogen 2. For this second carbon, which one is having priority?
Bromine.
Bromine or iodine? Atomic number of iodine is more, so priority is given to is the chloride atom having more priority and iodide having more priority, and that's why the this one is cis or trans. Sorry, this one is E or Z. This one, yes,
Z.
it is
Z.
Z. Okay. Why this is Z? You are correct, but why this is so? Because the priority which we given which are present on same side. Okay, so Z and E. Okay, now for this third example, can you give me the which one is suppose you have to consider it as a 1 and this as a second. So in this case, can it possible to give cis, denote cis and trans? Yes, for this particular example, can you use cis and trans prefix?
No.
No?
Yes.
Yes, you can. Because here is a two identical atoms are also present. So you may also use E and Z isomer, you may say E and Z nomenclature system as well as cis and trans. Okay, so if you consider cis and trans, then this one is cis, but as per priority, it is E, and it is, if you consider cis and trans, then it is trans, and as per priority, it is Z. Yes. So if you consider this methyl and bromide group, then bromide having priority. Okay. Then this second methyl and this hydrogen, methyl having priority, and this is okay. And that's why the double bond which are present on opposite side. So we can denote it as a E. But if you consider cis and trans, the identical here, the methyl groups which are identical, which are present on same side. So it is, we denote prefix cis. Clear? Hello? Clear? Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So no any doubt? Okay. The only 1 minute left. So in next lecture, we discuss about the different methods which we use for determination of configuration of geometrical isomers. Okay. So here we finish our lecture. Thank you. Thank you very much. So do you have any doubt? All of you getting today's lecture?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you and happy learning. In tomorrow's lecture, we'll discuss the next point. We revise this again and we discuss new point. Okay. So thank you. And here I end the meeting.